Hi everyone, I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah, and today we're talking about migraines.
Yay! Not yay, no.
I was gonna say, this guy, I just learned, has never experienced a migraine before.
Unless what we had during COVID was a migraine, but I don't think so.
Yeah, it was just like a really bad headache.
Yeah, no.
And I have been, the first time I got a migraine, I was about 16. I was like a junior in high school, and I've experienced them ever since, regularly. Anyways, so I wanted to start off by giving some statistics about migraines, because I feel like even as someone who has had migraines for 8 years now, I didn't know some of these things until recently, and I think it's important when talking about migraines to, address the statistics. So I'm gonna read some off. So firstly, migraines are the third most common illness in the world.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very, very common. So it's weird to think about that because people, I feel like, don't really talk about it very much.
Yeah.
Nearly 1 in every 4 households has someone who suffers from migraines. Migraines disproportionately affect women. It's much more common for women to suffer from migraines than men. Very often it comes from, like, someone who has migraines. Other people in their family also suffer from migraines. A really important thing to talk about when discussing migraines is the fact that they're very serious. They're very debilitating, and there's not a whole lot of treatment that's effective. Most people that suffer from migraines don't end up receiving help that actually makes a significant impact on it. That's doing research online and just talking to people I know that have migraines. That's definitely been the case. It's like, if you have migraines, it kind of feels just like, well, I guess this sucks and I have to deal with this for the rest of my life. Oh, and I should say also, so migraines, head pain, but it's more than just that. It can come with nausea, it can come with sensitivity to light, sensitivity to sound. Like, it can keep you in bed for up from 4 to 72 hours. That's how long a migraine can last, which I've experienced both ends of that spectrum with migraines before. People go into emergency rooms because of migraines very regularly. Okay, now that I've talked about a little bit of background information, I'm gonna let you ask me some questions.
All right.
Okay, quick disclaimer too. This is all just personal
experience.
Yeah, personal. This is all based on my personal experience. The statistics are stuff that I did research on, but the following questions I'm answering just from my own personal experience. Not a doctor. Neither of us are doctors.
No.
Let alone specialists in migraines, which there are a ton of. So just know that everybody's body is different. Everyone that suffers from migraines is going to respond differently. So, yeah. Okay.
So when were your migraines, or when are your migraines at their worst?
So when they were at the very worst, I was a sophomore in college, and I was getting them almost every single day, which is insanely common. Like, there's a lot of people that suffer from daily migraines. So it would literally, I would make it till about 2 in the afternoon, and I would be in the middle of the class, and I would be hit by a migraine so bad that I would feel nauseous. I would try like eating a snack or something like that just to try to like breathe through it and try to just get through a lecture or something, and I couldn't. And I would literally have to take an Uber home because I was too scared to take the bus home because I was afraid I was gonna like throw up or pass out on the bus. It can be really painful, so I would take an Uber to get home as soon as possible so that I could just like curl up into my bed. And that lasted probably, the daily was probably about almost a year.
Jeez.
And then it kind of eased into and eased out of that. So like the year before and year after that year were also probably about like every other day, if not like every third or so, of varying intensities of pain.
Yeah. Have you seen a doctor about migraines before?
I've seen multiple doctors about migraines, and a common response is that it's a phase, which is a horrible thing to hear when you go to seek actual help for an illness, is to hear it's a phase and that like basically there's nothing you can do about it, which I've heard that. I've heard keep exercising and eating healthy, drinking lots of water, which I had already been doing and the doctor already knew that. I've had someone tell me that they're not migraines, they were just tension headaches, which makes no sense because I like specifically said that there is sensitivity to light and sound, and yeah, and that even if they were tension headaches, they gave me no help. They gave me no advice.
I get tension headaches. Tension headaches are typically like here or like up in like they're not where she gets, and it doesn't cause the same things. I get tension headaches. What she is getting is not a tension headache.
Yeah, and I have to say, it feels horrible to be dismissed by doctors.
Yeah.
To have your pain and your struggle just dismissed, and when you finally get up not necessarily the courage, but you finally like feel like you can go to a doctor and you feel like, okay, this is bad enough that I need to see someone, and like I can't figure this out on my own, and you finally work up to being able to do that, and then to have them just be like,
I have
it's
a
so
question
frustrating.
just for my own curiosity.
Yeah.
How many of those doctors were men?
They were all women, which is also, I always try to see female doctors, just because every time I've seen a male doctor, it's been not the best experience. So I prefer to see female doctors, especially because I feel like a lot of my issues have stemmed from, are worse because of my gender. So I always just have a tendency to lean towards female doctors. Yeah, but all of those doctors that I've seen for migraines have always been women. Yeah, which I'm also like, you should know. Like, more women have this. I don't know. It's just, yeah, I've never been given help from a doctor meeting until recently, which I will explain in a second.
What have you tried to fix your migraines?
Okay, so when I first got migraines, I always try to do naturopathic things first. So I went vegan, which a part of the reason that I went vegan was to see if it would help my migraines. I went off hormonal birth control to see if that would help my migraines. I got acupuncture, I did yoga, monitoring my water intake, make sure that I'm getting enough water. Lots of like foam rolling, and I have like a neck stretcher and different things like that to help keep my body in alignment and reduce tension in my body. And none of those things worked. I had one appointment with an acupuncturist that helped for a little bit. Like I saw her for about a month and that helped, but then I came back, and when I went to get acupuncture again, it did not help the second time. So I don't know what that was about, but I was looking for a long-term solution, so none of those things helped long-term. Some of them improved it, like I'd say going vegan has improved. Like I decreased the frequency and slightly decreased the intensity, but none of those things significantly helped.
So my next question is, what has helped your migraines?
So the one exception to the things that I've tried that haven't worked is I tried one supplement that I had recently, about maybe within the last year. I had a doctor recommend. I got a new primary care physician, and I reached out again, which it's very hard to reach out multiple times for the same issue. But I was like, okay, I've got a new doctor. Let's see if this one has anything helpful to offer me. And she suggested this medication or this supplement called Migraine. You take it twice a day, which I wasn't super stoked about, because I was like, I'd rather have it be a lifestyle change or something like that I can just, I don't know. I wasn't stoked about having to like take something consistently to help it. But I started you're supposed to take it twice a day. I only took it one time a day for the first like maybe month, and it really didn't do anything, and I was really disappointed. And then I started taking the actual dosage of 2, which I didn't take 2 at the beginning because I was afraid. My body tends to be pretty sensitive, so I was afraid that immediately jumping into a full dosage would make my body freak out.
Yeah.
But as soon as I jumped to 2 a day, to the full dosage, my migraines have decreased insanely much. It's crazy. I literally get about 1 migraine a month, maybe 2. And the 1 migraine I do get for sure every month is at the beginning of my period. So I've always had, like I always get cramps, and I've always gotten headaches and migraines at the beginning of my periods. So while I wish that wasn't the case anymore, to have it be the only time and I know it's gonna happen is amazing. Because that's one of the big issues for me with getting migraines, is it's so scary. Like to get on a plane is terrifying. because you don't know if you're going to have like the most severe migraine you've ever had on a flight that's 12 hours or something like that, which is terrifying. But yes, so the one thing that I would recommend, like speak to your doctor, look it up and see if it's actually right for you, but check it out, Migrelief. You can find it, I found it on the brand's website and I ordered it through them, but yeah, it's affordable, it's easy.
This is an ad, by the way.
Yeah, this is not sponsored at all. I just I know how hard it is to struggle through migraines. Like one statistic that I found that was nuts is that it's very common that migraine sufferers also have depression and anxiety, and it's often tied to the fact that they have migraines because it's so debilitating. Yeah, so I know how difficult it is to try to just live a normal life when you are constantly getting, migraines that make you do nothing all day.
What are some of the triggers of your migraines?
Okay, so this is a big factor too if you struggle with migraines, is trying to figure out what your triggers are, because then it's easier to avoid things that might
cause
a migraine. Yeah. So some triggers for me are really rich foods for some reason. Getting too hot, so like being in the sun is a really bad trigger for me. That would be like a really easy way for me to get migraines, is to just be in the sun too much, particularly if it's hot outside. Messing up my sleep cycle, so I tend to sleep 8 hours every day. Generally it's like 10 to 6. Like I keep a very regular sleep schedule, which I mean it's helpful in other ways other than just migraines, but I've noticed that every time that my sleep schedule gets messed up, my migraines are way worse. And that's from before I was taking Migrelief and after. Like if I am to get a second migraine during the month, that's probably gonna be why. It's probably gonna be my sleep schedule got messed up. Yeah. And so now my body's flipping out. What else? Okay, probably the second worst trigger for me is muscle tension. So for some reason I've realized that any workouts that include jumping around, any like plyometric workouts, the tension that and soreness that those workouts cause, specifically in my legs, I will almost always have a migraine the next day. So now every time I do a workout, if there's a plyometric move, like jump squats or something like that, I will just take out the jumping part. Yeah. I'm like, I don't care if I have to do the squats twice as long to get as effective of a workout. Every time I do plyometric workouts, I get a migraine the next day, and then I can't work out for like a week because the migraine could last 3 days, and then I get what's called a migraine hangover. So it's I try to avoid all those things as best I can.
Well, that's all the questions, unless you have anything else that you want to say.
I just want to say that if you do suffer from migraines, you're not alone. Clearly from the statistics, you're not alone, but to put a face to those, I'm here for you. And keep trying to find solutions that work for you. Because I have to say, I've gone through so many phases where I will try, like I'll try for months, like different things, and nothing works, and then I won't try for like a year because I'm just like, it's so frustrating that I'm like, I feel like trying is making it worse. Yeah, so I just don't give up. There's still hope to improve your migraines. Yeah, but if you have any other advice too for other people, like comment them down below, and yeah, let's let this be a space for helping other people as well.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all we have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you do have migraines, anyone out there, I hope that this may have helped you, or in any sort of way, whether like just new tactics to try and see what can help your migraines, or to just give you the inspiration to like keep figuring out or to keep searching to figure out what's going to help you.
Or if you don't get migraines, to have a little bit more compassion for those people who do have migraines.
Yes.
That it is serious, you know.
Yeah. We will see you next time.
Bye.